Hello, everyone. Today is Saturday, March 11th, 2023 at 12:55 a.m. It was just 12:54 and now it's 12:55. So, excuse me. But I don't remember what time I woke up. Yeah, I think it was 10:45 this morning that I woke up. And so they have a lot of food places around here, but they don't have any grocery stores around here. So I have to get on the bus and go to, you know, get groceries. But so now I have one salmon patty left and probably about between 6 and 8 slices of the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread, and probably like between 4 and 6 scoops of peanut butter left. The honey and coconut oil and the pink Himalayan salt, they don't count because they're more like, well, I wouldn't say coconut oil is a condiment, but you know, to me, I think honey, I would consider honey and um you know salt to be a condiment. But I don't know if coconut oil would be considered a condiment or not. Like butter, I mean, I never heard anybody say that butter was a condiment, but it's used like a condiment, like salt and stuff, to flavor the food and stuff. So, I talked on the phone with somebody last night, and then I felt bad because, you know, she started eating mid conversation, and I felt bad because I had, well, it seemed like she hurried up and got off the phone before I could fully explain myself that my ears are hypersensitive to loud noise, and people still be disrespectful, like with eating in your ear and stuff, like smacking their food in your ear and stuff. Well, I didn't tell her much of that, but I was just, I said, "Are you eating?" And she said, "Oh yeah." Oh, she was. It was obvious that she was, eating that, smacking real loud, and so I don't know if she got. I mean, so it's like then, before I can explain my hypersensitivity, she just hurried up and got off the phone real quick. And then I waited a while, over 10 minutes, and I thought she was eating a snack. But then she said, "Oh, let me call you back later." But I felt bad because I worried all night if she was mad at me. But she didn't block me or nothing. But she didn't block me or nothing. But but I mean, so I just, felt bad all night. But I think I got more sleep last night. Well, I think I ate healthier last night than the past 3 days or what before that, because I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. More like Tuesday, I think. Um Wait a minute, cuz I think it was Sunday and Monday I had the pork belly. Or was it, yeah, I think it's Sunday and Monday, or Monday and Tuesday I had the pork belly. And then one of those, no, I think I had the lasagna on Sunday, and I think it was Wednesday, Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I think I had the chicken pot pie from Trader Joe's. I ain't crazy. I ain't too crazy over that. um, I forgot what that brand of chicken pot pie they used to get from fake Walmart for 50 cents. It wasn't Stouffer's, I don't think, but I don't remember, or maybe was it? But it was a brand of chicken pot pie that you get for 50 cents, and it was a small one. Those used to be so good flavor wise, but I know it had a lot of toxic chemicals. But it was only 50 cents back then. But the Trader Joe's pot pie had hardly any flavor. I was disappointed, but um, and the lasagna didn't really taste that much flavorful either. Um, so the lasagna didn't taste that flavorful. So yeah, the pork belly, I didn't need to add any flavor at all, you know, and I ate it with that rice mixture. And um, so yeah, all I have is one salmon patty and few slices of the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread and some peanut butter and honey. And it is another cold day today, under 50 degrees. And I'm feeling emotionally depressed. I have the money to go out and get, a few little groceries, like maybe a few days worth of groceries. But, I'm sitting here feeling like, I don't feel like going out and about and taking the bus and getting perked. I mean, I just feel like, emotionally and psychologically and mentally running from it, and just try to get as much peace as possible and just stay away from people. Trying to just stay away from people, you know. But yeah. I mean, I'm happy to be in here, have a place to be for 2 weeks. But, the uncertainty of the immediate future or the future, is making me feel emotionally depressed, and still no luck with jobs. And I'm pretty sure it would still be the same if I was still in Pensacola. So but the only difference is in Pensacola it would probably be warm now. But what the hell am I supposed to do to, you know, people trying to control how I take a shower and stuff? And so they want to scapegoat and blame me and falsely accuse me of stuff that not everybody, but nearly all the women do. So other women were talking about that at UWF campus, that was the thing to, that big, I mean, that, like all those showers over there, and me being targeted and disabled and stuff, when they hit me with the weapons, um, See, I needed that handicap stall to hold on to. Hold on to the bar or sit down when I need to, because of, when they hit me with the energy weapons and cause my, the organs, they make my, squeeze my organs and stuff like that, or when they cause, the random cramps or Charlie horse or whatever. Like, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I really think it was yesterday, off and on. Yesterday or the day before, I would be sitting down, and all down the left side of my back, between the side and my back, like from my shoulder all the way to my hip, um, on both sides, um, they kept on causing like this random cramp. Or I don't know if to say this is, some people think it's only a Charlie horse if you get it in your stomach or your legs or something, but it seemed like I end up getting like a cramp, painful cramp, and like randomly any part of my body. And so, you know, even when, but then again, I'll be feeling bad because I feel like if or when I go to a hotel, I don't get the, sometimes it might cost a little more, but other times it wouldn't. That, to get a hotel room with a handicap shower, because, I feel like I don't want to take that away from somebody who's more disabled than me. So I just, try to tolerate it. And it's difficult, when I take a shower and, if they don't have anything I can go hold on to, it's difficult trying to bend over and wash my feet along with the rest of my body and stuff. So, and then like when I was at the Super 8 in Pensacola back in December, I slipped and bust my head twice. And and the tub was slippery, very slippery. And I could have bust my damn head, you know. And the tub here, it has a little bit of friction, but it's still quite slippery. But they do have a bar that I can hold on to, but it's difficult. Like I always, like when I have to wash my legs and feet and stuff to bend down, I always have to hold on to something. And I never know what spontaneous cramp or Charlie horse I would get, or if they end up squeezing my organs with them hit me with the directed energy weapons and stuff like that. So Miss Nancy must have thought that I was that able-bodied that, or she wanted to make like I deserve to be punished, that I should, you know, um, take a shower in a normal small stall. Plus, I guess you would call me claustrophobic due to my OCD. Um, so I really don't like the small spaces, and so I felt most comfortable in the big shower. Um, I felt the most comfortable in a big shower, and they have a lot of the normal able-bodied women. It's like everybody used to wrestle or race to the big shower, the big stall. But that was the one that had the hottest water. If you turned on another um shower stall, if you just do one, I don't know why they fixed it like that, but if all of them can have their individual hot shower, then we wouldn't need to turn on 2 or 3 different showers in order to just to get hot water for ourselves, you know. So it's cold in winter, and you talking about you don't care if I take a shower take a cold shower. Well, why does everybody else deserve to be privileged with warm and hot showers? So, yeah, when any of us take a shower, there's a drain that goes, you know, they have a drain that goes towards, that spot. They have a drain that's in the middle of the hallway. And, and so in 2020, or the end of 2019, they remodeled the floors to make the floors less slippery. And everybody was slipping, like, come close to slipping and falling. But they remodeled the floors to supposedly make them less slippery, but the floors still be kind of slippery, you know. But how the hell you gonna sit there and skate because I'm targeted? So, you just made all because Miss Nancy overheard a conversation about, the hot water, and somebody trying to turn off the hot water, and I'm like, hey, I'm still using that, don't turn that off. And they all be perps that know I'm taking a shower and do it just to perp and make me frustrated, So, they want to try to control your eating, your showering. If you like hot showers, they want to force you to be wrongfully punished with cold showers, being targeted. So Miss Nancy said what she said based off of overhearing that phone conversation. I'm sorry, it wasn't not phone conversation. I meant to say in-person the shower conversation. I'm sorry, I'm still sleep deprived. So if Miss Nancy wouldn't have said what she said and did what she did to me, then or if she wasn't there that day, or if I didn't see her that day, then I probably would still be in Pensacola by now. But the online perps bragged about knowing that I was staying at the extended stay near UWF campus, and they blasted out the exact place where I take showers at. They publicized that. But they love to talk about Candy doxing people, but I'm not even doing anything sinister or evil. But they know how to manipulate their words and falsely twist everything to make me out to look bad. And so if you are a male, if you a guy, and you go out and hunt and search for where a homeless woman showers at, and then you falsely say I'm doxing and slandering you when I call you a sex trafficker, you're sexually perverted if you care about where I'm taking a shower at or where I go stay in a hotel at. But that online perp cult that's against me, they all consist of I'm pretty sure like more than 75 people by now. More than 75 online stalker haters. And so excuse me. But then again, I probably would have been somewhere else other than Cincinnati, but because of that fake retarded bus driver Yolanda, if she wouldn't have tried to get me captured and locked up in a mental institution, then I probably wouldn't be in Cincinnati, but I would have been somewhere else. But I feel kind of bad to admit that I kind of like it up here, but again, I don't like the people here, but I kind of like it up here. But I haven't really eaten at regular restaurants like that. I did a few, but I haven't eaten at regular restaurants like a whole bunch like that. Not like Pensacola, but enough to say whether I think Cincinnati food is good. But I know how to make my own good food. Food. I'm not, even though I'm from New Orleans, but I'm I know how to make food taste good, but I'm not a technical chef, you know. But abusive narcs, they lie about everything. They're fake with everything. So, um, if somebody can make a recipe step by step, the exact same way I make, the exact measurements of condiments, food, flavoring, or whatever, if somebody can make something the same way I do, how a narcissistic abuser would do is they will rave on about how good it tastes and act like as if they try to make their eyes look like they're in such delight of the good flavor. But because it's me and who I am, the food might taste really good, but the fake nice ones will sneak behind your back and throw the food away like Trisha did. Now, why would Trisha, she the one who bought the eggs, and then she lied and said that she can't really eat eggs like that. Well, why did you buy the eggs? And then she tried to, she was faking lying with everything. And she tried to make like she admitted that the food tasted good, but she took like one or two bites and then threw the rest of the but I told y'all about how she dug her dirty hands inside the cereal box and just start chomping and eating like you ruined the whole damn cereal box. So I had to be forced to waste more money to buy more cereal because she put her hands in the box. She got like a lot of disgusting, filthy habits. And then try to reverse it on me and lie and say I'm so disgusting. So I mean, like very disrespectful that I just got finished washing dishes and then she go and put raw meat residue and more dirty dishes on top of dishes I just washed. And that's what the narcissistic abuser would lie, the perp will lie and say that you're lazy and that you never lifted a finger to wash a dish or you never took a shower at their house and all you do is lay around all day. And, no, I've cooked and cleaned and taken showers at Trisha's house. When I first got there, I try to be respectful enough to help her do some cleaning. When she claimed she just moved in that house off of her friend's money. So, that was a shock to me. So, like, when I've dealt with, even in the family, narcissistic perp family members, the mentally off, slow, retarded, crazy biological family, because it's me, like the biological gay AIDS brother Mark and my twin sister and certain other family members, they would pretend like they're not interested or pretend to front like my food is just the nastiest. So, I can't really cook gumbo or I'm not that good with barbecuing on the grill. But I know how to, I guess make barbecue on a stove or in the oven, but I don't know how to set up a grill outside and grill, but I mean, I guess if I was taught, I can learn and I can learn and know how, um, but I mean, I got the capability that I can cook just as good as my twin sister, but I'm very different and original with my own personal cooking, and I know how to, by living poor for so many years, I know how to, scrap up a few different poor folks items and make a good casserole. And I know that, years ago I thought about if I could do a food truck or a restaurant, but nobody would want to help me, and the Masonic narcissistic purse would shut me down. If I made um if I made, a food, if I did a food truck or a restaurant specializing in soups and casseroles, soups, breads and casseroles, or and pastries and like desserts and stuff, and also throw in some New Orleans with that too. If I can make like a seafood cornbread stuffing casserole or something, you know, I got the capability of doing something like that. I mean, if I had the dishes and the groceries, I can do it right in here, but it's been so many years since I cooked. So I make so many, and I never really cooked on camera or did a cooking video until I tried to do it at Trisha's house, and I was sleep deprived. I got really no sleep, but Trisha pretended like everything was okay until I started noticing stuff about her and started catching on to her. And she falsely calls herself a narc slayer, but she's the like, how are you speaking against narcs when you're one yourself, and she's a damn perp and a witch. So a very crooked, grimy criminal. She ought to be in prison. But people with narcissistic personalities, they do a lot of dirty shit, and they don't play fair, and they don't get ahead honestly, and they get ahead by doing something crooked, and then try to manipulate you, and try to make you feel like you should be jealous of them, of their fake crooked way, the crooked criminal way that they fraudulently and illegally stole success. My own damn family members have climbed to the top by doing dirty shit. Like, people like Mark is too damn retarded to be a damn restaurant manager or a grocery store manager. But I think, I don't even know if he was like delusional and lying, talking about how he had a lot of supervisor jobs. You probably were that low wage coworker that delusionally believe you're the damn boss. Something like that, so I mean, yeah. So just like with the narcissistic abuser, my own twin sister could do something like copy word for word something that I wrote and take credit for it for herself, and then reverse it on me and lie and say, I'm just saying, for example, the type of stuff she does. I'm not saying she did this specifically, but I'm using this as an example. If she would reverse it on me and lie and say that I stole from her, in different other situations, she has done that. And if she steal all the credit and everybody, if I try to show people and they be like, make like they're not interested in such and such short story, or if they try to make it like they're not interested, or they think it's really horrible, and my twin sister could come right behind and lie and say I stole from her, and then do then it'd be word for word, and then they'll give her false praise and make like it was one of the most creative and the best stories that they ever heard. But when it comes to me, it was the most illogical and nonsensical things that they ever heard. And my my twin sister has her cult followers following, and it's okay for them to follow and copy off of her and mock her, and she ain't got no problem with that. So and it seemed like if she wanted to, she could make the relationship where but she wanted to be in control of everything. You know, if we both could have been fans of Aaliyah together, but the foster mom manipulated to where I was crazy for being a fan of certain celebrities or whatever, or it's another part of my OCD or sickness, or it seemed like as if my twin sister would get mad at me for bringing up the topic about swimming. Well, okay, if my twin sister can do YouTube videos about herself swimming, and it seemed like I can tell, I know she would be clearly doing it on purpose to perk me or get underneath my skin. And if they praise my twin sister for cooking and eating, but when it come to me, her cult followers shun me and call me greedy. You know, so I know my twin sister hid a lot of videos that she did about me, but she left some of them up. And, you know, she, last night I saw on one of Aaliyah's videos that she commented on there. So it's okay for her to secretly be obsessed with Aaliyah or secretly be a fan of her, but something's wrong with me when I was a fan. It's okay for her to have her favorite celebrities to like. But, because I was looking up, the day before was Biggie, Notorious B.I.G.'s mom. It was Notorious B.I.G.'s death anniversary. Biggie Smalls, and I remember his mom took a picture with Aaliyah's mom, and a lot of people be concerned about how's my Miss Diane doing, and it's a shock that Miss Diane did Aaliyah, because of the satanic ritual abuse, and so the MK Ultra, and so I mean, well, the MK Ultra and satanic ritual abuse. So then, I was looking up, something about Miss Diane because I researched a lot of different things, and so then I saw on the video about Aaliyah and her mom, and my twin sister had commented on there like, "Oh damn, my twin sister still doggone perping me behind closed doors, huh?" But lately I had been worried about my twin sister and wondering if she's doing okay, and but I heard that once the demons got you and you sold your soul, you ain't never coming back. So I never really had never had a close relationship with my twin sister ever, or none of my family. I tried to seek to get closeness, family wise with them, but they kept on rejecting me. It's like they never wanted to be close. Or they would deal with me from a long-handed spoon unless they wanted something like money or to take advantage or make a fool out of me or try to set me up. And so it seems like as if none of my family is willing, even biological family, none of them are willing to forgive and have start fresh with a clean slate and start new and start over and get to know the real Candy Grandpre with love, with unconditional love and non-judgment. And they're all about themselves. So and they've hurt me bad enough that outsiders say that I will be such a damn fool to go back and associate with them again. You know, so I mean, dealing with family, I would have been either locked up in jail or in prison or dead. You know, I think I would have probably been dead or seriously injured being around them because they're so abusive. You know, if I was, I'm still, an adult, and they treated me in the same way as if I was still a child dealing with child abuse. So they are vibrating my whole body, and a few minutes ago they had my right hand shaking. Now they stopped, and now and I'm holding my phone with my right hand. And so now they started back to making my hand shake again. So I didn't write anything yesterday. Like last night I didn't. But as I said, the big fiction book that I had been trying to work on for a few years, I looked at it and I got overwhelmed by it. I looked at it and I got overwhelmed by it. Wow, they have vibrated my whole entire body. So the highest they said is supposed to get 47 degrees. It's still in the 30s right now. And it's too cold and I'm too depressed to go out grocery shopping. It'll be like for a few days of like 3 or 4 days of groceries. But I guess I might as well just stretch what I have. The Ezekiel bread and the peanut butter. I mean, stretch what I have for a couple of days, because, you know, I mean, I just don't feel psychologically and mentally and emotionally well enough to go and face the public. I need my private time and peace and quiet, and trying to clear my head. But at the same time, I got a lot of anxiety and worry and depression. Um, you know, so, but I've been researching a lot of the celebrity MK Ultra and abuse, and the narcissistic abuse, and you know um and if you think that somebody can impersonate people so well or play so many characters so great, because if their mind is split and they got MK Ultra monarch programming, so I mean, that's not what I do all day. I don't. But an abusive narcissistic perp will falsely assume that this is what you do all day. I don't know why my right hand is shaking. I think the perps are hitting me with energy weapons to make my hand shake. Like my whole body, I feel weak. But I haven't been eating a lot. I mean, a whole lot this week. So, I've been today. I hope to successfully take a shower today. And I think Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Tuesday was the last day I had a shower. I need to brush and floss my teeth, and I need to trim my nails, fingernails and toenails. I need to trim my nails so bad. You know, I mean, they got food places around here, but nothing, for grocery shopping. I mean, they don't have where I can go grocery shopping. And it's like a couple of miles away. And on a warm day, if it was even 70 degrees, you know, it wouldn't be an issue for me to walk 2 miles. But I'm hypersensitive to cold temperatures. It's too cold. I can't go out. And I would hate to walk so far and get perped or take the bus. And I feel like I'm too agitated to deal with and tolerate buses not showing up or buses not coming. But they got quite a. I'm not eating no McDonald's. McDonald's is directly next door. Directly next door. And I'm not eating there. I can't eat there. For health reasons, I cannot eat there. I cannot eat at McDonald's. I can't eat. I don't think there's a KFC around here, but I can't eat KFC. I can't eat KFC. And I can't eat I can't eat McDonald's or KFC, or I can't eat Churches, can't eat Burger King, can't eat Taco Bell, can't eat that no more. But so I can't even really eat Subway really no more. But because it makes my body feel a certain way. But like my body feels a certain way when I eat Domino's as well, I realized. But I don't think they have a Hungry Howie's pizza out here. But if I had Hungry Howie's, my body wouldn't feel the same from when I eat from Domino's, you know. But I can eat Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's, but I can't eat Subway. But so they got, walkable food places around here. But when I asked for $50, and I tried to not ask for too much, you know, but I, I tried, as I said, I tried to not ask for too much. But and I try to make it a point to avoid the snack machine unless I'm really down on my luck, you know. But I mean, to get like chips or something out the snack machine. But not all junk food or bad food does something to my body, but certain it would make my body feel a certain way. Maybe because of going many years eating better and eating clean, and then I guess being homeless, I can't get to eat as healthy or clean or nutritious as I wish, and I wouldn't be so big. So a lot of people think that there shouldn't be any fat or overweight homeless people, but they, like at these shelters and soup kitchens, a lot of the times they don't really feed you nutritious food. I mean, you think somebody's supposed to stay skinny off of eating a lot of pork and corn? At Separation Torture Mission, Union Rescue Mission in Los Angeles, and you had to pay to stay there, pay to live in prison. So, you know, yeah, so I mean, the fact that, I got, you know, a little bit of cash, so, not a whole lot, but I think I counted about $65, but I had to use that $7.88 for the laundry, since I can't use cash at all. And then the rest, bus fare, the $65 for bus fare and groceries. But as I said, I'm just too emotionally, psychologically, and mentally depressed to go out. And I just need a break. I don't feel like fighting with the perps. And I woke up to, I don't remember if it was 58 or 68 comments with the fake wannabe Darnell Williams perp harassing me on TikTok again. Just yesterday, I thought in my head, I didn't even tell anyone. I just thought it in my head, just like with Alex Dupree. Oh, it's good. He left me alone for a while. But then I woke up to weird comments, and I bust out laughing because one of them, like, he was going from person to person, stalking my videos and making comments under everybody who supported me, And one person tried to tell him that he's schizophrenic and need medication. But yeah, they kind of call me crazy. But I mean, if you're making statements, under my videos saying, I own you, Candy. I'm watching everything you do. You will never get rid of me. And I'm going to turn you into a bad person. I'm going to take your soul. You're mine forever, and stuff like that, And then he slanders me by lying and saying that, well, Candy is homophobic and racist, and look at this video, and look at Candy Grandpre, Minister Pensacola on YouTube. That's the slander videos that the perps, put together to make me out to look crazy. And some people see through the bullshit, and some people are blind. Most people are blind, and then they hop on the bandwagon. But it's like, how the hell you profess to be targeted and you're doing some perping too, and yet you're complaining about your targeting while turning around and doing some perping towards other people. So I'm not that great with emotionally expressing myself right now, but yeah, I mean, with the weather being so cold. Oh, see, I just got an alert that said heavy snow, rain, and thunderstorms are heading your way. Stay informed. Tap for details. um so because tomorrow the weather's supposed to be really bad. Yesterday was windy and overcast and cold, but I didn't go outside. But, but I gotta develop the guts to go out. But don't even feel like I'm gonna do it today. Develop the guts to get out and go out and buy the little groceries. But but I wouldn't. I mean, if that $60-something was in my bank account, then I would probably try to do grocery delivery. But scared about the perps messing up my order, and then I can't even get my money back. Like DoorDash is taking advantage of that. So, a lot of people who do DoorDash, if they drive for DoorDash, they perps, and the people at the restaurants be perps, and if you order something with 5 items and they only come back with, like, say if you order if I were to order fake McDonald's and get 5 items, if I were to order McDonald's and then get 5 items, then the perps can get away with coming back with 2. Come on, man. The perps can get away with coming back with 2. And then if I try to contact DoorDash, they will say that you exhausted, getting, refunds and stuff like that, but they're trying to make it like as if I'm taking advantage of the system when it's actually the perps taking advantage of me. So I've had numerous times when the perps wouldn't give me my damn fries, or if they wouldn't give me my sandwich, or if they would give me everything but the dessert, or if they wouldn't give me the drink, and I got to be charged for all of this, or if they didn't give me my side of mustard greens with ham hocks in it, for example, or something, if I were getting soul food or something. Or if they charged me $3.55 for cornbread and didn't give it to me. So, and then people get mad when I film and record every damn thing. So, yeah, Applebee's, in Pensacola, they didn't give me my fries, and something else they didn't give me. And then when I called Applebee's, they said, well, you got to contact DoorDash. No, motherfuckers, it was y'all fault. Y'all didn't give me my damn fries. And so DoorDash said, no, you exhausted, because if perps kept on doing it to me, or if I might order groceries and they'll deliberately and on purpose get me the wrong rubbing alcohol, or like I need to release that video of that guy with the fake name Anthony that gave me the wrong alcohol on purpose and then forced me to accept it. But luckily it was a big battle to fight, but I won it, and I won it. And that guy's name wasn't really Anthony, but me feuding with Narc-ass Phony, that's why that guy put on a fake name Anthony and acted bizarre on purpose to try to set me up to get wrongfully kicked out of that hotel. And then luckily the hotel took my side and banned him. And then I think they said that he eventually got banned from the platform, but he was a damn perp. So it took me 3 different tries, and none of them got me the right rubbing alcohol that day. It was sometime last year. And so, if I try to order groceries, like if I order on DoorDash and I order, I don't think Kroger is on DoorDash, but if I order fake, I mean, fake Walmart, it ain't on DoorDash either. But if there's something on DoorDash, I don't know. I'll use Target, for example, because they do have Target on DoorDash. And if I order hamburger buns, peanut butter, and if I order some eggs and boneless chicken or something like that, and some rice, and a bag of microwavable mixed vegetables, then they will come back with what they narcissistically want me to have. They would come with, if I said white, they would give me wheat on purpose, knowing I hate it, and forcing me to accept and take it, and then pick an argument with me. Or if they might get me like wheat bread, bagged frozen okra, grape juice instead of orange juice, and just fuck up everything. Like, what you act like you got this fake telepathy to know what I like and what I this fake, like you a fake psychic or something, that you just know what my likes and dislikes are. Or if I order, mashed potatoes and you give me fries, for example, I like, no, what does it matter? It's just still potato, or does it matter if it's wheat or white? It doesn't matter. It's bread is bread. No, I didn't want that. I have a right to have what I paid for. So, yeah. Winter weather advisory for Hamilton County expires in 21 hours, 7 minutes. That's the other alert I just got. And it's freaking 39 degrees now. I ain't going out. I'm not going out in no 39 degrees. Guess what? Speaking of that, last night, or this morning, I had a weird dream that me and my twin sister had turned 40 years old. Well, that dream is going to come true later on this year, but I wish that my twin sister would, humble herself and be nicer and more open-minded and supportive and listen to me, But some people be like, well, she's that way. Why would you want to even be bothered with her at all? Well, what the hell? We're freaking identical twins. And as I said, the foster care system fucked us up. Really messed us up. That abusive fake foster care system. And that's what abusive narcissistic caregivers, they shouldn't be called caregivers. They should be called abuse givers. Not caregivers, but abuse givers. And it's always money involved. That you destroy children for money. My own twin sister sacrificed and destroyed her own damn kids for money. Living her best life. And one of the kids' birthday is coming up soon. I can't believe Raven is already an adult. And while I'm on this topic, I thought about the foster sister Joni's daughter, India. Nobody ever made any accusation of me molesting India. All the times that the foster mom left me to watch and babysit India after I turned 18. Now, one time the fake foster mom falsely accused me of child abuse. You know those Hershey's Kisses? It's just a small little piece of candy. So the fake foster mom, and she falsely accused me of child abuse for giving India a small piece of chocolate. And I was still young myself. So I had to learn, quote unquote, sense at an older age, because certain things, being overly sheltered, I didn't know any better about. Or if I could have used or should have used better judgment, because I was overly sheltered and didn't know any better with certain things. But it's like, you forced us to take pills. I didn't force India to eat candy. I just gave her a piece. She was 2 years old, and I just gave her a piece of Hershey's Kisses. And I think it was the Easter. If it wasn't that, it probably was the regular one. But I just gave her a small little piece of candy, and she falsely accused me of child abuse. And I'm like, what? And then, like, one time, India was like 2 years old, so I was, trying to teach her numbers, colors, and ABCs and all that, And when I was, trying to teach her, certain things, and, red, yellow, orange, blue, black, white, green. And before I can even say, the fake foster mom, she falsely accused me of teaching India racism. And I'm like, well, dummy, how the hell did we learn colors then? I'm teaching her colors of objects. Or, you teach your child eyes. No, when you teach them how to talk, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, I was taught those things. So you're just looking for something to harass or fuck with me about, because you're an abusive, narcissistic perp. You put me in a damn program. Did you call yourself racist? I'm pretty sure you taught your 3 children, your 3 birth children, you taught them colors. You taught them numbers. You taught them ABCs. What did we go to school for? Like, what the hell? You falsely accused me of teaching India racism when y'all were teaching us racism when the foster mom was, light skinned and had all the pretty Creole traits. And if she would do stuff like, punish me for talking to a white kid or something. And I'm like, hey, that's my schoolmate. Or that's my classmate. If I go to school with him, or, if that's a white boy that, I got the same class as him. I was just saying hi to a classmate at we see each other at the grocery store. So, and one time, I don't remember what the foster Aunt Mickey did to me. I don't remember if she punched me, hit me, slapped me, did something to me for talking to white people. And Mickey looks white, the foster mom's sister. They look more white. And so, when it was, I think I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I showed pictures of a couple of my teachers from high school. Junior high. And the foster mom mentioned something about showing all them pictures of them fat ass white woman. I'm like, whoa. You know, when I was in 7th or 8th grade, I think I was in 7th grade, showing her all them pictures of them fat ass white women. And then when I said something about the foster boys when I was 18 years old, and then she tried to lie to the social worker saying that I was using racial slurs. While I was a child and grew up hearing her gossiping and discussing about trailer trash or poor white trash and stuff. Or y'all, or they would use that N word for black people. Or cotton picking, like ghetto narcissistic abusers be like, if you don't sit your cotton picking tail down, you say that to your own kind. If you don't sit your cotton picking tail down, or something like that, you know, tell that to a black child. Well, your own black people. Or if you don't sit your narrow ass down. But they love to call me pickaninny, pick-a-headed, cotton picking, whatever else. Oh, walking around here looking like a little pickaninny. So, but I wanted to say this though. My twin sister, Brandy, she said that her husband, Dwayne, molested our family member, their daughter, Raven. She tried to say that Dwayne molested Raven too. That's what she tried to say. She tried to paint Dwayne to be a pedophile. She said that Dwayne molested and beat Raven, India, and India's sister Adriana. Joni's daughters, India and Adriana. My twin sister tried to say that that Dwayne was beaten, that he would lock them in a room and torture and beat and molest them too when they were in Virginia. And she told me this like back in 2000, somewhere between 2007 and 2009. And she said something about Dwayne will always be getting into car accidents, that he will purposely crash cars, and that him and her, I don't remember if it was just him or both of them, got into some big trouble with some Grand Theft Auto or something. Or that was him, more like. I don't remember the whole story, but I remember when Joni's daughter, and I can't believe India's like 21 or 22 now. I'm like, I can't believe India's a grown woman now. Like, everybody's growing up, you know. So India, when Joni's daughter India was 2 years old, my twin sister and Dwayne, her husband Dwayne, used to teach Raven sexual perversion at 2 years old. And I forgot all about this, you know, and that they would have Raven. So, like, because, like, in the foster mom's house, that downstairs bathroom, that they had, like, shutters at the bottom of the wooden bathroom door. And so I don't remember who it was that broke the shutters. Who or what, maybe it was one of the pets, one of the animals. I just remember something or somebody broke the shutters where anyone can peep through and look at you, whatever you're doing in there. So my twin sister and her husband, Dwayne, used to think it was funny to teach India to look underneath there, peep through the hole, you know, that opening, while I'm using the bathroom, and say, they used to teach her to peep through there and say, baby, baby, baby. enough to, they kept on doing it with that mind control repetition. And where India started doing it on her own. When India, she was a baby, she didn't know no better, you know. So and any one of us could be using the bathroom. Of course, the foster mom wasn't around, so they knew what they were doing. So both of them, used to teach India to do that. So but they make up all these lies on me. And so then one time my twin sister tried to say that Dwayne was molesting other kids too. So, but like these people were saying that if my twin sister make all these accusations against everybody, then it's freaking her. Like she lied on me and said I put a gun to Raven's head. I never even touched the gun. So, you know, and I'm baffled by the, false accusations and lies, lie after lie after lie, and false accusation after false accusation after false accusation. You know, so and I'm the one who got to suffer every day for this. Yeah. So so I mean, it seems like my twin sister worshipped her own husband because of his eye color and her perception of his skin color so much that whatever a lot of dirty things he did, she put it on me. I guess she get that from the foster mom, because when other people did dirty shit and she would scapegoat and put it on us foster kids, to protect, the people who she wanted to protect. Like, I'm put into this targeting program because of the situation with Stank Horlanika from the Masonic Smelly Craft family. And she wanted to protect Lanika and the Craft family because they're all part of that Masonic voodoo witchcraft cult. So the foster mom, I guess, if she didn't want to expose or out Lanika and the Craft family, so she exposed the foster kid. I meant to say she used projection and smear campaign to foster kids she didn't like. Now, you want to know something that's funny? Strange. For a brief moment, before the Lanika situation happened, and some people will say it's a blessing in disguise. The foster mom hated all of us except her biological kids growing up. And Joni was more so the favorite because Joni was biologically related. So Joni got treated way better than, but she was an adult still getting whippings with like bloody welt whippings. She had bloody welts as whippings. The foster mom would traumatize and put bloody whelps on Joni with a belt, and Joni was 19 years old, and Joni was like defenseless and couldn't fight back. But I was 15 and I started to try to fight back. The foster mom put her hands on me and I started to try to fight. Like, I pushed her one, like she tried to put her hands on me and I pushed her one time. I think that was I don't remember what year in high school that was. But it probably happened more than once. You know what? I think probably when I was 15, I probably started talking back. But I think, no, it was my senior year in high school. That's what it was. Like the first week of school, I got my English book, brand new, pretty purple English book, and so the me and my twin sister had an argument about something. It was right after our 17th birthday, and I think it was on the foster mom's birthday or something. And the foster mom picked, no, you know what? The foster mom picked a fight with me because I refused to go to the fake IDMR cult meetings. I guess didn't know it. I was trying to break the program and didn't know it. I tried to stop taking medication. I tried to stop being compliant with the fake IDMR cult. I figured something wasn't right. It was weird. I considered it boring. Those fake lectures, the cult, it was boring, sitting there several hours. So my mind used to go off into a daydream, and I used to daydream a lot, and even in school, I used to daydream a lot. So that's what it was. I didn't want to go to the fake cult Bible class. It was 2 weeks after we turned 17. That's what it was. My senior year in high school. And so I didn't want to go. And the foster mom tried to force me to go. She tried to make me go. And I said, I refused to go. And so she put her hands on me one day. And so I pushed her right back. I don't remember what she did, but she grabbed me. She did something to me. And her eyes widened. And then she went off, like physically battered and beat me. And then I got defenseless and scared and couldn't fight back. But yeah, when you stood up to her, when I stood up to her, she, when I stood up to her, it was, shocking. I mean, she was shocked by that, but maybe it must, because I thought I remember something in my sophomore year in high school. You know what? I think I cussed her out for the first time, and she was shocked about that, and then put her hands on me. That's what it was. And then my junior year in high school, when I was minding my business eating pancakes, and the foster stepdad lied and just started fucking with me and harassing me for no reason. He was a perp too. A gaslighting, narcissistic perp. And he was one of the fake foster moms flying monkeys. But it seemed like the foster mom was trying to sacrifice him too. I mean, I fucking hated the man off first sight when I was 11 going on 12 when I first met him. And the foster stepdad. And he tried to love bomb us at first. And of course, he would make up lies and stuff. But you know what? We probably could have had a better relationship, but the foster mom had smear campaigned us to him before we can, through the fake social workers, because that's how they connected they are. The foster mom married the social worker's nephew. And that man was a narcissistic abuser and a perp and a serial cheater, and he was sexually perverted. What man would take a teenage girl's underwear from out of the dirty clothes hamper and then put it out in the open and then lie and say, I did it? Like my menstrual bloody underwear. Like, why would you do something like that? If you're in you in your 40s, close to 50 years old, why would you do that to like a 14-year-old child? And just to, lie on me and get me in trouble. Like, if I put my clothes in a dirty clothes hamper, and then it would have me so confused. And disturbed, come to think about it. And so I'm wondering, if he did all that abusive perp and narc shit, if he probably didn't find out the truth until after he was trapped and married to her. And then the foster mom, they were married within not even 6 months, and she forced him to sleep on a couch downstairs. And then she would say something about he would disappear every 6 months. Every 6 months. And then Lanika's sister Shamela from the Masonic Smelly Craft family will always tell us about the women that he would be cheating on. The women that he'd be cheating on, like the white and light-skinned women that he'd be cheating on a foster mom with in her own BMW. It was just a big dirty mess, But I'm sitting here, telling my doggone experiences. The foster stepdad was a doggone porn addict. I think Al was, a foster dad and a foster stepdad and a foster brother Joe, they were all porn addicts. And I didn't realize the foster brother-in-law Brian was he delusionally believed he's perfect. But, I was shocked to find out that if Brian is a porn addict too, y'all got wives. But I think I've heard stories about if Shelley may have accused Brian of cheating on her too, but they fronted like their relationship and their marriage was so perfect. But if Brian and Shelley being married with their narcissistic, self-righteous, fake morality, I never saw them hug. I never saw them hug before. Ever. Never saw them hug or kiss. And I'm not even talking about tongue kiss. I'm talking about like that. Never saw them hug or nothing. And they always got to be, separated. Even in the biological family, is it narcissistic, women in New Orleans that the women wear the pants and control the men? Like the biological mom, Frances, and the biological Aunt Yvonne, they had husbands old enough to be their dad just about. And they would control their husbands. And I didn't realize that was backwards and it wasn't supposed to be like that. That everything was just, we were raised like ungodly and out of order, So the foster mom, controlling her husbands. But then she said that Shelley's dad and April and Joe's dad used to physically abuse and beat on her. Now, one time we got traumatized and scared when we were in 7th grade because the foster stepdad, Mr. Terry, the one I've been talking about in this video, the cheater. But they say Al used to cheat too. Like, the foster mom, and Adrian Felder, she sacrificed Alvia Felder, and she kept his fucking last name for years, even after she married John Terrell Thomas, and who they call Mr. Terry, who I used to call him the Cruster, but then I call him Blackie's wife, the Crusty Dog. So Blackie's wife, the Crusty Dog, Mr. Terry, I used to call him the Cruster. And Brian, I call him Greedy Dykes. The foster brother Joe, I call him Josephine Dyke. Cause y'all freaking womanizers. Y'all act like women. Narcissistic. Everybody got their roles reversed. If people say that Joe is a punk ass bitch for beating on women and children, and Brian, he never put his hands on Shelley, I don't think, but he beat his own daughter, Chastity. But they used Chastity to narcissistically abuse and perp me too. And Chastity was molested at 3 years old, and Shelley was calling her a hoe at 3 and 4 years old. Like, damn. And then try to make like Chastity was crazy and needed therapy when Chastity was 7 years old. And they got Chastity sold out. And a lot of these people, they be selling out during their teenage years as children. That's why people be talking about rebellious teenagers. You're rebellious because you sold out. So you know, they wanted to front like they were too strict, but Alex and Ryan could do no wrong. But I saw like Shelly used to threaten Alex, but she put her hands on Ryan a few times. But Ryan, he was freaking failing in school. But they wanted to front like their kids are so perfect. Ryan was freaking spoiled. Ryan, like, when Ryan was a little boy, like 2, 3 years old, they see that the fake foster family narcissistically lecture me about wasting money and this and that, but Brian had like over 5,000 toys for Ryan in his room. And they used to say that Ryan and Alex were bad too. Like, they used to say Ryan was bad as fuck. And they used to set him up to say something bad just for an excuse to whip him. Like, they used to try to get him to say, shut your mouth and know your role with your candy ass with The Rock. And they used to try to set him up. Shelly used to try to set him up to say that just for an excuse to whip him. Like, you do that to your own child. So they abuse their own doggone kids. But because Ryan was 2 years old and used to be like, shut your mouth and know your boy with your candy. And he used to say, can't with your candy ass, and take the risk of getting his ass whipped. So he used to say, shut your mouth and know your role with your candy. And then he would stop right there because he wanted to say candy ass. And then after a while, he just starts to shut your mouth and know your role. Shut your mouth and know your role. So wrestling is very freaking satanic. NWO wrestling, New World Order wrestling, WCW, whatever other wrestling. Because Wyatt used to worship wrestling too. The biological brother Wyatt. Wet wrestling, And Wyatt used to like like back in the 80s, he used to worship wrestling. I think Sean used to like wrestling too, but I never liked wrestling. I never was interested or never into wrestling. But Ryan, yeah, he was a little boy. He used to worship the doggone wrestling. Wrestling. And Wyatt used to act out the wrestling on us. When we were acting out and role playing when we were bored. And little kids and stuff, And of course, Wyatt was our older brother, but he was a kid too, but he used to hurt us. If he trying to act out Ric Flair or something like that, or Lex Luger, or whatever other those wrestling characters, Randy Orton, So, but they said that wrestler that they called Mean Mark, The Undertaker, if that ain't satanic, shucks. Wrestling is satanic. Hollywood is satanic. Just everything doggone satanic. Foster care abuse, satanic ritual abuse. Narcissistic abuse, satanic ritual abuse. So, yeah, I'm just talking, venting and, letting y'all know certain things, What time is it? 2:24 p.m. And, yeah, so they got winter weather advisory. I just got a notification. But I'm sitting here, telling bits and pieces and aspects of my personal life story. Like I did yesterday, And I know a lot of perps they get mad, So I'm still feeling sleep deprived and tired, but I think that rice, I don't have no more of the rice medley or whatever. The rice medley, I don't have anymore. Um, and the salmon patty. I think that helped that, and I put some the pink Himalayan salt. I think that helped me sleep better last night. But I think I'm dehydrated and thirsty. I haven't been drinking enough water for the past few days. And get up not at all in the middle of the night and use the bathroom. So yeah, I need to drink more water. Um, but I ran out of the ginger beer, and I ran out of the milk. I just need to get my ass up to go grocery shopping, but it's too cold and rainy tomorrow. I don't. I mean, as I said, with me feeling depressed, they're vibrating my whole body still. Me feeling so emotionally depressed and everything, and just feel like taking a break and running away from the targeting, the perping and the gang stalking, and just trying to get as much peace and quiet because I need it, because I was about to go crazy. And then um, I think that the perps are trying to use directed energy weapons and manipulate me. I think they've been trying for over a week to implant it in my head to I think they're trying to implant it in my head to voluntarily go into the mental hospital. And I haven't thought this in years. And I want to stay far away from psychiatry and the mental health system. And I know that that's them trying to implant that in my head. And I'm trying to, fight against it. Like, I need to pray about it too. They've been trying to implant those thoughts to try to get me to off myself, and I've been trying to fight against it. And they've been trying to implant thoughts in my head to get me to voluntarily commit myself to the mental institution. And it's like I keep fighting against it. Like, I don't want any pills. I don't want any medication. I'm not crazy, and I'm not going to off myself like what they want. What they're trying to get me to do, or what they want me to do. And it's like they're trying to implant and trying to program or trying to mind control me to self-destruct. And other targets have said that, don't let them implant those depressive thoughts in your head, or those OCD unwanted thoughts, or the thoughts of anxiety and fear. Don't let them, get in your head, or don't let them implant that in your head. The mental illness or whatever, pray and fast, or, do this, do that, fight against it. So, I admit that, yes, I backslid and feel bad that sometimes I forget my duties. A lot of the times I forget my duties as a Christian. And I feel like, dang, I feel so far away from God, or I feel like I haven't been worshiping God enough. I feel like I'm not worthy to call myself a Christian. I feel like I need to climb back up and get closer. And then I'm also feeling depressed about all these current events. Got me bogged down, hopeless, and depressed too. Feeling defeated. Like, not just the Ohio, but they have train derailments and chemical plants blowing up everywhere. I heard about 2 banks that recently failed. And I heard that the government want to force us to eat bugs. And that's got me depressed too. And I hear about the 15-minute cities. And yeah. I need to do more research. I think I have a little bit of an understanding of just, Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. Now that some people say Agenda 2050 and ICLEI and, depopulation and, all this scary stuff. But it's a sad reality and a sad fact that due to knowing the truth, um, it seems like I could never reconnect with any of my family members, foster or biological family members, and certain people, even family, that I probably would never hear from or see or cross paths with ever again in life. Even siblings, if they're still alive and walking this earth. And they always say that crazy people tell the truth. But if you think somebody delusional, they're not. We're the number one realists. So yeah, it would have been turned out bad anyway if I would have tried to do grocery delivery. I'm, afraid if they fuck up my order. So I have to go out and get it myself. But as I said, I have to go walk a far distance. Walk a far distance or take the bus, and the buses be unreliable. If the bus don't show up. And waiting out in the cold just for the buses to not come for 2 hours. So I might have to just go maybe eat, I don't know. But I might have to just miss some doggone meals then. I'll survive. Fuck. I'll survive. But, the biggest hurdle right now is, I feel kind of traumatized and frustrated by the fact that, is today Saturday? I think it was Thursday. Yeah. 2 buses didn't show up, and then the third one came a little late. And then, 2 buses didn't show up, and then the third one came a little late. And so I'm feeling kind of shooken up about that, or shaken up about that. And so the buses, didn't come. So I feel like, well, I don't feel like wrestling with the doggone buses today and getting perked and people filming me while I'm at the bus stop. And so but I got just barely enough food for today, but it's my fault. It's on me. It's on me. It's my fault. I need to get out there and get to the doggone grocery store and go shopping, but I'm just too depressed to go out. Like emotionally just feeling down. Feeling, emotionally, depressed and zapped of any physical energy at all. But I still feel like, I gotta trim my nails today. I want to work on some writing today. I don't know. But, I just having a difficult time to describe or explain my depressive and anxiety feelings right now. you know. And I just feel like tired and need a break, a long break. I'm not getting a long enough break from the perping, you know. So, like, after this coming Friday, I'm supposed to be penny broke with nothing. And then next week, it's supposed to be another week. Next week will be cold in the early 20s, even though it's getting to be spring. Like, how am I going to survive out there in that weather? And folks won't give me a doggone job because they feel like I'm a liability to the company. Yeah, because me exposing the workplace mobbing, yeah, that's what made me a liability. I'm too crazy to work, according to them. So, if crazy people like me have less rights to survive or exist, you know, um, but yeah, I don't think I'll go out today, and neither tomorrow. You want to know why? Because I heard it's supposed to snow tomorrow and be bad weather. But one of these days, it's supposed to be like 60 degrees outside, and it's supposed to be 60 degrees. So that might be a day that warm enough for me, you know. But I mean, I'm just feeling zapped of physical energy, feeling high anxiety to be around people, and don't feel like fighting with nobody. And I'm emotionally depressed right now, you know, very emotionally depressed because of this targeting, and nothing is guaranteed, and everything seems like hopeless, and I'm just living day to day. I mean, I'm just feeling secure about having this place until Friday, and then, you know, I just, you know, feeling hopeless and, you know, scared of the future and everything. And I know I need to go back to relying on Jesus more. And sometimes you backslide, and don't even realize it. You're so distracted about things, you know. And I feel terrible. I keep backsliding, and I don't want God to give me over to a reprobate mind. You know, that sometimes go a whole day and forget that, oh, I was supposed to worship God. I was supposed to read the Bible. I was supposed to pray, and I'd be distracted with the doggone gang stalking. But at the same time, they're out here trying to kill us. You know, and they not only want us physically dead, but they want to take our souls to hell. I mean, these bastards, you know, the fake Darnell Williams perp, you know, mentioned something along the lines of talking about taking my soul or talking about owning my soul or something like that. No, you don't. You heard that? um, right when I said that, the neighbors, boom, you heard that? So, before I started this video, the hotel neighbors, I heard them arguing. Like, they argue all the time, these black folks. For a few days, I seemed like I heard them arguing. So, I feel comfortable right now, you know, and I feel sad knowing that this comfort won't last long. You know, I got less than a week left, you know. So, you know, thanks y'all for the support. And I'm pretty sure that some people will be pissed off and offended at this video too. But I'm going to get out of y'all ear for now and work on something productive. I don't know if Monday or Tuesday I might go grocery shopping. You know, I just keep putting off. But I got it. I mean, but some people say, well, you need to utilize that time to be fasting. Well, you don't tell me when to fast. I let the Holy Spirit tell me when to fast. You trying to tell me how to live, and your life ain't straight, and you're a religious controlling narc, fake narc. You know, force you to starve all in a fake name of fasting. You know, you don't abuse people and try to force them to worship God your way. And then the first thing they want to say is, God gave us, religious narcs love this. They love to say, God gave us free will. Well, if that's the case, then why you play God and try to control, boss and control people? If God gave us free will, I wouldn't be in my doggone predicament. Well, you know what? I guess he does give us free will, but it's people taking it away. People taking away other people's free will. And that's this abusive, narcissistic perps that want to play God. And I wouldn't be in my predicament if that was the case, you know. So, yeah. But yeah, last night I noticed I saw a comment from my twin sister, yeah, on one of Aaliyah's videos. Like, wow, she's still she's still perping. But, you know, I did what I did for research purposes, you know, with the Illuminati New World Order research and stuff, you know. And somebody who said if they're related to Aaliyah said that Miss Diane, you know, dogged her husband and child out. And we all know about Barry Hankerson and stuff like that. So they said that the celebrities come from British royalty bloodlines. But I heard that some of us are targeted because of our bloodline. And some people say that my last name traces back to French royalty. And that's one of the reasons why I'm targeted and why the rest of the family is perps. And people want to talk about the chosen ones, you know, scapegoats and all, you know, narcs, scapegoats, gang stalking, all seeing eye, perps watching us, you know. But I am gonna stop rambling right now because I'm gonna just get out of y'all ear because I felt like maybe I'm talking a hole in y'all head. So I'm gonna be considerate and get the hell off here and shut up right now. So I'm gonna come back on here later on. I'll see y'all.